Good morning, my millionaire growth partners. My name is Otis Tucker, the world's first trillionaire. I am creating heaven on earth, people, and the way that I do it is that I help people to realize that what they consider to be their soul is the Spirit of God. Therefore, God lives inside of you. All you have to do, people, is take possession of that, and you become God and can co-create with the Spirit of God. I'm also creating financial freedom for billions of people across this world. And the way I do it, people, is that I realize that the greatest asset in this world, man, is people. People is the greatest asset, people. Therefore, we shall, we must, we are getting paid to exist. I am creating a million millionaires. I am the greatest leader that ever lived. I am God, people. And most important is that I manifest the words I speak. My message for you today, people, is the power and resiliency of the Jamaican people. You know, I say this, people. Jamaica is not that serious place, man. You know? It's like, it's indeed magical, man. I'm gonna tell you something. You know, it's like all these American news network go down there and talking all these doom and gloom, how the fucking country going flatten. Everything I go mash up, crush up on all of them things there, how it's gonna tear through the island, you know? And I'm be honest with you, people, like, you know, even the hurricane itself don't look that natural. Like, if you look at other meteorology map and so forth, it's like you couldn't, either way, just do your research on that, man. But that looked like some man-made thing. How and where it come from, I don't freaking know, but I'm just saying in general. Let me tell you something, man, you know? Nothing, when I say nothing, nothing can touch God anointed people, you see it? So it's like, right now, it's like, even with the hurricane and all them dreadful news, Fox News and all of them, CNN and all of them talking about, man, it's like, is it a bad hurricane? Of course it is, you know? But what I love about Jamaican people is that our spirit will never be broken by anything, man. It could be a freaking Category 5 hurricane and people is out there having a good time. And don't get me wrong, safety first. That's a given. But it's like, you know, it's like everything is your perspective, man. It's your choice. You know, you choose how you want to react to the things that are happening to you. And for Jamaican people, is that they won't allow anything, people, to break their spirit, man. You know, and it's like even right now, as the hurricane about to pass the island and so forth, it's like what I'm really excited about right now is the rebuilding phase, because we're wasting no time here. You know, I know this administration is pretty, you know, focused on development and fixing certain things out, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what that looks like. You know, I mean, obviously for us, anytime we come to any kind of circumstances are difficult, we always come out stronger. So what's gonna happen this time around, it's like, I know one of the goals and plan was to make St. Elizabeth a smart city, you know, and even for Kingston too. But it's like, now I think this provides an opportunity right here as we're rebuilding this time to create a better infrastructure, you know. Just like how when we was building these roads, one of the things I thought that was very smart about how they developed the infrastructure is that they was laying water pipes, there was laying fiber optics, and building the roads at the same time. So it's like killing 3 birds with 1 stone. So it's like, as we rebuild this time, I want us to rebuild smarter. I want us to build with more resiliency in mind, you know, to create more hurricane deterrence and to make our properties and the things we have more fortified. And I know we'll do it, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, we are an incredibly blessed nation, man. You know, one of the guys was talking about how the storm was supposed to hit landfall, I think it was like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, you know? And he said the storm literally freaking stopped, man. You know, yesterday we had a prior that we was gonna divert, because at first they were saying it was gonna go through the island. And as a collective, the prior was to have the storm be diverted from land like that and just, you know, it's kind of skirt the coastline. And so it did, you know, and that's the power to people of prayer, man, is that you have the whole world praying for Jamaica. And not only were they praying for them, but energetically, they were manifesting the desire of what we like to see, you know, which is minimal damage, even though there's damage, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, not serious damage. Just leave it at that. My point that I'm trying to get at, people, is this, man, is that, you know, it's powerful, man, when we can connect energetically and spiritually. And the biggest way to do that is through prayer. And it's like, it felt like the whole world was praying for Jamaica. And they could feel that, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, I just really look forward to the rebuilding phase right now because, again, we don't skip a beat, people. We know the goal, 2030, all the goals that we set out to accomplish, we will accomplish that and some, man. We always come back stronger than before. That's facts, you know? And it's like what I loved about the whole broadcasting from the TVJ and CVM and all the Jamaican local news network instead of doom and gloom like all these American networks. Matter of fact, I really pray that they don't, for the next, any kind of thing that happen, like most Jamaicans, we have a general consensus. We don't want them dreaded news, man. Leave that stuff where you take it somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I really love, though, how the local news station focus on things that make us strong, focusing on things that bond us, you know, you know, just music, man, and just a positive vibe, you know what I'm saying? And that's the truth about Jamaica, man. When I say it's a very spiritually significant place, is that Jamaica operate on a very high frequency, which is the spiritual realm, man. It's like we have very high frequency, and that's what makes, and our people, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's innate in us, man. You know what I'm saying? The resiliency, the ability to overcome, the ability to not take things so seriously, man. You know, not that it's not a serious occurrence, but it's like, you know, life goes on, man. It's like, you know, we don't live in doom and gloom, man. And I really appreciate the people for that. And I'm really just looking forward to Jamaica as a whole, people coming together, rebuilding, you know what I'm saying? I do feel for those people that, you know, lose their homes and so forth, but, you know, again, we got a good government in place and we're good as a community. We always look out for each other, man. That's one thing that I can say. So I just really look forward to the rebuilding phase, and I'm excited about, you know, the bigger, better version of what we even had before as we rebuild this time. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, man, I mean, resiliency was the topic. I mean, for you that's here in the States or anywhere else, it's like there's lessons you can learn from this. A couple lessons I say is, number one, you know, is that no matter how crazy, how dangerous, how scary things may seem, still find ways to squeeze some fun out of it, people, because life's a lot better when you have fun, when you find joy in things, you know, and to not take things so seriously. You know what I'm saying? That's one lesson there. Another lesson, man, is that, you know, don't let things break your spirit. It's like, no matter how bad things get, it's like, I want you to be resilient enough to realize that, you know, that's temporary, and do not let it break your spirit. Don't fall into depression, anxiety, despair, and none of that stuff, man. Always see hope in any and every situation, just knowing that things is going to get better, you know? That's a lesson you could pick from that, man. And just really figure out ways in your personal life, like, you know, how you can show yourself that you are resilient. You know what I'm saying? Because you really are, though. Like, think about it. You've been through plenty of things in your life that you overcame. So it's like, remind yourself of that today, and remind yourself, people, that you are very resilient. You can, shall, and will overcome any challenges that you have in your life. And you don't have to look far. Just look at Jamaica, man, and watch the rebuilding process, and watch people's spirit as they go back to rebuilding their islands, man. What I hope also happen out of this, people, is actually, I'll say that for the next segment, man. Shout out to my co-creators, man, of Heaven on Earth International. People, this is the phase where we are building heaven on earth, man. This is the new world that we are indeed creating. And the way we do it, people, is energetically. We are intentionally choosing every single day to inject positivity into this world. And that includes inspiring people, motivating people, you know, to be better than what they are right now. Like, as long as we're doing that, people, then we're doing the right thing. You know, we are raising the vibration of this world, which is the objective. That is indeed the goal. And as we do that, people, then what happens is, it's like, as we do that collectively, is that we are literally raising the entire frequency of this world, man, to where people will start experiencing more positive things in their life. They will start to experience the blessings that come with people that operate on this high frequency. The blessings from God for people that operate on very high frequency is number one, peace, people. You have peace where you're calm, you're not stressed out, you're not worried about nothing. You are calm because God's peace is in you. You have genuine joy, man, where you feel happy, you know? in spite of whatever you're dealing with, you are genuinely happy. You also find, that favor follows you, man. Opportunities come find you. God will bless you with people that you need. He'll bring them in your path, man. He will also put you in rooms that you have no business being in, man. But because that's his divine favor over your life, people. You also receive blessings, man. As you operate on high frequency, blessing is like anything you touch turns to gold, man. It must turns to success. You must win, per se. And most important, people, is God's protection, man. I cannot tell you enough, people, about God's protection over your life, man. Jamaica is protected. We are all protected out here, man. For people that really is out here doing God's work, there's a level of protection that come around our life, people, where we are genuinely protected from any harm or danger, man. Anything that means us harm, God will put a whole shield around us, man. He will confuse your enemies or whatever the case is, man. Believe me when I tell you that, all right? So anyways, people, here's the requirements to be a part of this collective. Number one is that you must choose to believe that the Spirit of God lives inside of you. And as you choose to believe that, people, then what will happen is that, you can co-create with God. God will use you as his vessel to deliver his will onto this world. Number two, people, is yes, you need to follow my pages, my social media pages. Follow my pages and watch my videos every day, because there's codes that's in these messages, people, that's literally speaking directly to your soul. And as I speak to your soul, people, what's happening is that God is using that, man, the message to really help your spirit, your soul, to rise in you, man, so he can take possession of this bodily form that you have, and you can become more of your spirit versus just your body. Okay. Number three, people, is realize that this new world that we are creating, the currency is authenticity, which means you must speak your truth, people. The truth that I desire for you to speak is not your current circumstances necessarily, but instead I want you to focus on the vision that God have given to you. The vision that God have given to you, people, that is indeed your truth, okay? And that the more you focus on that, is the more it must be manifested in your life, man. But focus on your truth, people. Your truth, again, is God's vision. All right, for your life. And that's what I want you to focus on today. Grab your phone, speak whatever God lays on your heart, man, and share it, people, because many people's breakthrough is directly tied to you. Their breakthrough is directly tied to you, people. It's directly tied to you. Believe me when I tell you that. Shout out to Jamaica, man, who is the eye of this world. Shout out to shout out to Africa, who's the mother of this world. Shout out to the entire Caribbean and the African diaspora worldwide. People, like I said, man, you already know this. Jamaica is indeed the blueprint for countries across this world. And I hope that as you watch how people operate in Jamaica, man, I hope that you take some lessons from these people, man, because they're indeed, God is using them to be the model for the world. You know what I'm saying? The country, that is. So it's like, I want you to look and see the courage and the resiliency, man, and just the boldness to speak their mind, man, and speak their truth. You know what I'm saying? Without caring who have any opinion about what they got to say, but just really being authentically speaking and being themselves, Outside of that, people, I'll say this, man, united we stand. I think right now this presents a great opportunity for Africa to really, instead of just talking, I think this is a great time for a lot of countries, not just Africa, but other Caribbean nations and countries across the world that want to. This is an opportunity for us to unite. I'm talking about for Africa and the Caribbean here. Countries like Ghana, and other countries over there in Africa, I think this is an opportunity for you to really extend the olive branch to Jamaica and really figure out ways how you can help them. You know what I'm saying? That shows a good gesture right there, and that's just a good olive branch that really helps to unite the continent of Africa and the Caribbean, So this is a good test for us. So let's see what happened with this one. I really do believe, though, this is a great opportunity for us to unite. So let's see how we take advantage of that. My declarations over your life, people, number one, is that you are a millionaire. You are married to the person of your dreams. You have amazing health and is in the best shape of your life, man. My prayer for you today, people, is that the Spirit of God will continue to lead you and guide you, man, to really being the greatest version of yourself, and really just humble you, man, to realize that there's so much you don't know, man, and just to always be a student so you can learn and develop yourself. Anyways, people, y'all have a great day, and we'll talk tomorrow.